that? What did you say, Lex? Sorry. With Bristol versus London, what are you picking, Lex?
I'm saying a place to live, like settle down permanently. I'm picking Bristol all day over London. No bias. Like I thought it was a bias because I was from here, but I've spoken to more people, and I'm getting a similar answer as well. And why I believe that to be is because in London, there's small pockets of like decent communities where you get that kind of feel.
Yeah.
But it's surrounded by like a real individualistic attitude as well. And whereas I feel like Bristol has a brilliant mix of like togetherness culture and all the other things that you'd want from a big city as well. It's like
it's a smaller London almost.
Yeah. It's like
London's too big.
I always say is either the smallest of the big cities, or is like the biggest village or something like that. It's like a mix. It's a mixture of the two because it's a city that feels like it's got village spirit.
100%.
And
like you can walk one of my favorite parts is like the whole nature side of it, bro. You can walk 5 minutes in any direction and you're in trees and greenery and all this kind of niceness. I don't know, man. I just feel like
the energy in London is different. I can tell you for a fact of living up there. Like,
how long were you living up there for I'm guessing it was for the course.
Yeah. So like 2 years, but then for the third year, I was like back and forth. Between the two. But it was 2 years where I was kind of like there and would visit Bristol. And then the year after that, it was a half and half thing.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of people are coming down from London now, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I mean, I like it because, you know, like London, it's a capital city for a reason, isn't it? Like, there's so many talented creative people, but I don't know, I just feel like because it's such a big place in London, so many of the smaller people get like pushed under, like swept under the rug, if you know what I mean. And I see Bristol is, whether we like it or not, it's getting bigger and bigger, and realistically, it's getting closer and closer to becoming London, basically. And what I kind of want to do is I don't think that's a problem that it's becoming London, because I think Bristol people should realise how sick Bristol is. Now more than ever, it's on the map with the whole like Colston statue and all this kind of stuff as well. But I just want to make sure that while we're growing, we're still making sure to look out for the underdogs. Make sure we look out for the homegrown, like from the concrete kind of talent. You know what I mean? Same reason why why I'm so glad to have you on the podcast and that. But bro, man, I don't know. I just think now's the time that we really need to be making changes.
No, 100%.
How you find obviously quarantine happened and now it's been and gone, but still here and all that kind of thing. Everyone's been through a lot. Everyone's been thinking about a lot of stuff. Had to look at themselves. In different kind of ways. How have you been finding it, bro?
So, for me, it's been interesting to see the effects it's had on people, and it's had some surprising effects. Or I should say, the effects that it's had on some people close to me was surprising. I didn't expect it to affect people as much as it did mentally. I feel like, without getting like
too deep in it, yeah.
Without getting too deep,
because obviously all we hear about is Corona this, Corona that, quarantine this, quarantine that. But yeah, say your point, say your piece.
I'm still mad skeptical about certain stuff. That's all I'll say on that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I feel like because of how I live, how I've lived for the last few years, I'm more responsible for my own time scheduling. Meaning, like, I plan my week out and I have to rearrange the schedule. And I have to make sure I'm getting my stuff done, whatever. Whereas when you're in 9 to 5 work mode, there's a big chunk of your week that's planned out by your rota. That's like half of the plan there. And then you just plan what you're gonna do around it.
Yeah.
And I seen the mad effect it had on people when they weren't in work anymore. When they didn't have rota. It was like they was
people need
lost.
structure in their lives.
They were lost.
100%. Lost isn't even the word, bro. Jesus, like.
But I mean, it's like they couldn't then create their own structure because they were used to it of kind of being built already, or at least the skeleton of it's built, and then they add.
Nah, bro. Like on a real, pretty much every 9-to-5 job that I've ever had, I'm sure you can relate as well. There's always those people that just turn up and just exist. You know what I mean? And well, I mean, I don't blame them, because when all you're being told to do is come in, nod at someone. You know what I mean? It's customer service, standard little things like that. Might be cool with it. That's fine with you. But same way, you can imagine when people's lives realistically aren't that exciting. It's mundane. You go 9-to-5 every single day like a robot, going back into the same place, saying the same things, doing the same head movements, doing the same hours. You come home, you literally have a couple hours to yourself. You go to sleep, and then you wake up and you're doing the same thing again for your whole life. Of course, when that structure and shit's gone,
you're lost,
bro. I don't mean to like make light of it, because of course
it's a serious thing,
of course, but it's same way thing. I think like now that stuff is kind of started to ease up, and that I feel like people are kind of, I don't know, the lessons that people have had to learn through this whole like hard time of quarantine and that, it's almost like it never even happened, because now people's structures are starting to come back.
I feel like, but I feel like there's been quite a few positive things to put their head out during this situation, which is people who do have, I would argue everyone's got an element of creativity, but there's people that are naturally more inclined to create than others. But people that are like that naturally and may have suppressed it a little while because of their 9-to-5 structured life that they were living, it forced them within that time to kind of like, I don't know, call upon that talent of theirs that they have already.
Almost like a metamorphosis type thing, like a butterfly kind of evolving type thing.
And they started to create again, because I realized things had happened, that maybe things that were happening before and then that stopped, and then people jumped back on them.
I mean, the whole world kind of, it's weird when I think back on it, because like I used to, it's like I'm I'm a social person, but like I tend to stick to myself.